more than words had the biggest impact for us of anything that we did. It was so important. It started everything. My son was born with, and he had surgery early, and we brought him home, and it was lovely, and we're looking for all the normal development signs. And he was slow on all fronts. He was starting, to get a little bit of language, and then he stopped. And in fact, he lost the language that he had. At that point, although we'd been concerned before, our concerns really ramped up, and we started exploring options. My husband, he started looking everywhere for anything that we could do ourselves.
Once we heard about the Hanen program, we started investigating it. And by talking to other parents, they definitely talked about Hanen, were aware of Hanen more than words, and strongly recommended that we take a look at Hanen.
We heard about Hanen, and we were very, very excited about it. So the moment we could, we went to information nights. We were very, very invested in helping our son along, and we absolutely signed up.
We engaged with Hanen and other parents that were taking the Hanen More Than Words program.
Before we had started using the strategies from More Than Words, we weren't understanding, we weren't getting his messages. And I didn't get it. I didn't get how much goes behind speech, how much more there is to communication than just speech. We learned any number of strategies from More Than Words, but for me, it was the connection. That major strategy of you have to have the connection to have communication. We did a lot of chase me games and the rough play. He was very, very involved, and he would smile because he was having a good time, and he obviously wanted to connect with us and with the game. It was the smiling, and the enjoyment was huge, absolutely monumental. And it engaged the family, and we were all in it together, and we were all participating in it together, and we were all invested together, and we all learned together, and we could all reinforce each other. And it was just, the whole mood of the house went up. It changed the way we felt about our lives. It changed the way it changed our lives. Being taught some of those techniques, and then we would go home to do them, and then we'd come back and share them, the videos, with other families, etc. And you could see how different people had done this, and you would always get more ideas.
From my memories, I think the value of Hanen was learning and sharing together with other parents in a group setting.
I had the opportunity to look at who had made the biggest impact in my brother's life, and that really is what led me to speech pathology. And More Than Words was a part of our household very early in my life. Certainly, my brother is older than me, so it was something that was present in our household quite a long time ago. And I don't even think I really knew what speech pathology was so much as I knew that I wanted to do more than words. I think Hanen really focuses on understanding children and having children be not just an active part of the therapy, but really to lead the communication. I think the more that we can encourage families to watch and learn from their children, the more we can all learn throughout the process. I think the Hanen program really supports the understanding that I have as a clinician that it is so important to take a child-led approach to communication therapy. And what I mean by that is really watching the children that you're working with, listening to the clues that child is giving you to really understand what they want to communicate with you. But it's more important than that. It speaks to the motivation for children to communicate and for us to communicate as people. What I didn't maybe know so much until I took the workshop was the degree to which it's really strengths-based. It's right from the beginning of the workshop, they talk about highlighting the amazing things that all these children are already doing and using those strengths to support communication development, helping families to acknowledge all the beautiful things and the communication attempts that are already present and to build on that so that you have more and more opportunities to communicate. It's given me the tools that I need to support families to enjoy communicating with their children. That's really the most important thing.
More Than Words had the biggest impact for us of anything that we did.